My mom disowned me for not supporting my sister's wedding, so I took back my house and left her homeless. I bought my mom a house 3 years ago after she got divorced from my stepdad. She'd spent 20 years raising me and my younger sister Vanessa while working 2 jobs. The house cost me $180,000 and I put it entirely in her name as a gift. No strings attached. I was 28, had a good job in tech, and wanted to give back to the woman who sacrificed everything for us. Mom cried when I handed her the keys. Said it was the nicest thing anyone had ever done for her. Fast forward to last April. Vanessa got engaged to this guy Derek, who none of us really liked. He was rude to waiters, constantly on his phone, and had already cheated on Vanessa once that we knew about. But Vanessa was 25 and convinced he was her soulmate. Whatever. Her life, her choice. Then the wedding planning started. Vanessa wanted this massive celebration at some vineyard 2 hours away. Open bar, live band, designer dress, the whole thing. Her budget was $60,000. Derek's parents offered to pay $10,000. Vanessa expected me to cover the rest. She literally texted me a breakdown of costs with my name next to $50,000. When I called her, she said it was my responsibility as her big brother to make her dream wedding happen. I told her I'd give her $5,000 as a wedding gift, but I wasn't funding the entire thing. She hung up on me. Then mom called. She went off about how family supports family, how I just bought a house so clearly I had money, how Vanessa only gets married once. I explained that buying mom's house had wiped out most of my savings, that $50,000 was insane to expect from anyone. Mom said I was being selfish and cheap, that if I really loved my sister, I'd make it happen. The calls kept coming. Vanessa, mom, even some aunts I barely talked to. They all said the same thing. I had money. Vanessa needed help. This was what brothers do. When I wouldn't budge, Vanessa posted on Facebook about how her brother refused to help her on the most important day of her life. 40 people commented calling me greedy and heartless. Mom shared the post. Then mom called me one last time. She said if I didn't pay for the wedding, I was no longer her son. That she didn't raise me to abandon family when they needed me most. I told her that was her choice to make, but my answer wasn't changing. She said fine, then we're done. Don't call me, don't visit, you're dead to me. She actually said those words. You're dead to me. That was in June. I didn't hear from either of them for 2 months. It hurt like hell, but I wasn't going to be manipulated into spending $50,000. Then in August, my buddy who's a lawyer called me. He asked if I knew mom was trying to refinance the house. Apparently she'd gone to 3 different banks trying to take out a massive loan using the house as collateral. The banks kept calling him because his firm had handled the original purchase and they wanted to verify the property details. I drove to mom's house the next day, let myself in with my emergency key, found a stack of loan documents on the kitchen table. Mom was trying to borrow $75,000 against the house. The paperwork had notes in the margins. $50,000 for Vanessa's wedding, $25,000 to remodel the kitchen. She was going to bury herself in debt to pay for this wedding, and when she couldn't make the payments, she'd lose the house I bought her. I took photos of everything. Then I called my lawyer. Turns out, even though the house was in mom's name, I had options. The deed showed I'd purchased it as a gift, but gifts can be revoked under certain circumstances, especially when someone tries to commit fraud or misuse the gift in ways that harm the giver. We filed paperwork to transfer the house back to my name. Mom had 30 days to vacate. The court sided with me. The judge said mom's attempt to take out loans without informing me, combined with her stated intent to cut me out of her life, constituted a breach of the gift's implied terms. Mom called me screaming when she got the eviction notice, said I was ruining her life over a stupid wedding, that I'd turned into a monster. I told her she ruined it herself when she chose a party over her son. Vanessa ended up having a small ceremony at a local park, cost about $3,000 total. Turns out when you're not trying to impress 200 people, weddings are pretty affordable. Derek left her 4 months later, found out he'd been cheating the entire time they were engaged. Mom had to move into a tiny apartment. She sends me emails sometimes saying I'm cruel and heartless, but I sleep fine at night knowing I'm not funding anyone's fantasy wedding with my entire savings.